Hey everybody, Geology 351 from the field, up on top of Saddle Rock overlooking Wenatchee, Washington with some of my friends. We've worked our way to the top here, but I'd like to start the video a couple of hours ago when we were down at the base at the trailhead with very special guest Randy Lewis. Let's start with Randy and then work our way to the top of Saddle Rock. Thanks for joining us. Hope you enjoy it.
The sentiment was we'd been pushed from the East Coast to the West Coast with all our land and everything taken from us, and symbolically we wanted to take and make a stand on the farthest west part of continental United States and take it back and start a movement to start taking back unoccupied, unceded lands. It led to the invasion of Fort Lawton. I shouldn't say invasion, the takeover of Fort Lawton in Seattle, now Discovery Park, and numerous other actions. Well, that becomes now. We're sitting here, we're talking about these places, we're talking about Saddle Rock, we're talking about Stamstamert, Michal, the Two Bears, where you're from. You know, any ripple of time, any ripple in that moment of time, any thread that was taken out would, you know, it's the, how did they put that in Back to the Future? You can't break the time continuum.
Yeah, right.
Because everything that happens now is because we're all strands in this web. We're all threads in this web of life. To take one of those out changes everything. No, that's big head. That's what we call it. It's big head.
Really?
Yeah.
You call that big head?
Chumkamai. Yep.
Chumkamai.
Chumkamai. And all the little black, and they're not little, they're little. They're not little. The erratics that you see around here, Quakamai, little blackheads.
Okay.
Sticking out. Start from the beginning. My name is Randy Lewis. I'm a member of the Wenatchee, Moses Columbia tribes and Methow. And recently, about 3 years ago, I moved back here. I grew up for a portion of my life over here in a very unique area called Wenatchee Heights. It was our safe haven. It was our ship in our old world, back in the old time people. Our people came in here. When we came in, the glaciers were right here. They were right up the river. Well, this and over in Moses Coulee, they were coming down into Moses Coulee in that area. Well, it created this verdant ground here, which all of the giants lived, the mammoths, the mastodons. And we had made a covenant with the Creator that we would never take any more than we could use. And there's an old term, never live close to the bone. In other words, don't live in the refrigerator. So our people would come down and they would hunt down here, but then they would take their kill and stuff up to Wenatchee Heights. And there was a reason. I mean, Wenatchee Heights that was our garden, basically. We say that the Creator gave us a garden, and everybody had their own garden, every tribe. Maintain your own garden, and it will provide for you everything you need. So our Npascosa people throughout the valley, some here, some over in down by Rock Island, none of us broke that. We would come down, we would hunt and return. On the creation.
Randy, that was excellent. Thank you. Can I ask a little bit more about those two bears? Who is who again? There's a left bear and a right bear. This is called two bears?
Yep. The far one is Michal.
Okay.
That's Blue Star.
Uh-huh.
Or the black bear. This one on this side is grizzly bear Stamstamelt.
Got it.
The bloody grizzly bear.
Got it. And that's different than Stemilt spires.
No, that's it's different from that's the same name.
Same name.
That's where the grizzly bear came through.
Got it. Got it. Yeah, thank you.
Megan, her ankle was swollen this morning, so she couldn't actually show up.
Okay.
She's afraid of hiking, so
Oh, sure.
she won't be here today.
Okay, that sounds good. Thank you. Bryce, your goal is to find an agate today.
I'll say.
There could be.
Let us all. Yeah. Yes.
If you, a viewer, are looking to support an excellent business, WenatcheeWare.com is run by the niece of Randy. Her name here, Mary Big Bull Lewis. And one of her main graphics that she has is two bears, also known as Saddle Rock. So you can see the two bears there making up this,
Thank you so much.
location. So there's, you can support a local business, all sorts of merchandise with the Wenatchee Wear website. And geologically, here's all these magmas that are very poorly understood. Thank you. So just a very simple geologic map from Randy Gresham's back in the early 1980s. Here's downtown Wenatchee. Here's the Columbia River flowing south. And it's these units here, Castle Rock. This is called Squaw Saddle, but now renamed to Saddle Rock. Thank you. And we're going to try to learn what we can about the geochemistry, a more precise date, and why these units are here. The crazy thing is, these are not just blobs of igneous rock that are randomly arranged without notice. Each of these units are these crazy plugs. Because I just talked about Mary's business here.
M&M.
Yeah. Is she doing well? How long has she been doing that business? And
She's doing well.
Yeah.
They're doing well. They also do wraparounds for cars. You know, the advertisement, the commercial. Where the whole car is an advertisement.
I see.
Those are called wraparounds.
Uh-huh.
You know, I think Andrew's going to run me home, if that's okay.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Andrew, were you going to run me home?
Yeah, I can give you a ride.
Thank
Give me a
you.
ride and kick me out, is that what you're saying?
So, you might be surprised that there's so little known about these impressive spires that are above a decent-sized city in central Washington, but it's true. Work in progress. And I think in the next few years, there'll be some new work done on Saddle Rock and others here geochemically and etc. to place this in a tectonic setting. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, is it Nick on the Rock?
Nick on the whoa!
I'm such a huge fan. Oh gosh.
Can I get an autograph or something?
Stop it, Bryce. Stop it, Emma. Where are you guys going?
Well, we're trying to find that path. We want to go up the steep part.
You do.
Everyone else went to switch back.
We gotta try. We can't tell if we need to go this way. That looks like it goes to the left and around. So.
I think I'm taking this guy.
Are we gonna trust him? I don't know. Is it trustworthy?
I don't know.
If you want to go up the steep, go for it, but I'll see you up there. Morning. I'm still quite new to thinking about this Wenatchee area in depth, and looking here into the former Cannon Mine area for gold and silver, which, you know, is not 100 years ago. It's like the mid-1980s to the mid-1990s is when this Cannon Mine was operating. If there's anybody watching this that knows somebody who was involved in that mining operation, I would be very interested in learning from you. Because as is the case usually, if you're involved in a mining operation, you keep your detailed maps and cross sections and things under lock and key for obvious reasons. And the open pits, or if there ever was open pits, the mine shafts, etc., are all blocked off now. But I think a lot was learned. There has to be, right? There has to be an incredible amount of geology learned 30 to 40 years ago with the mining operation that is completely unknown to me. And, you know, we're overlooking Wenatchee. That's the town of Wenatchee right down there in the Columbia River. So, I mean, you're looking south right now at Rooster Combe and Wenatchee Dome. But I think even if I dig deeply into the scientific literature, I'm not going to find a whole lot. That's my gut feeling. And I think I've looked a couple times casually, and I don't have much here to work with. So in addition to the new work that's going to be done geochemically with some of these spires of igneous rocks that are in the neighborhood of 40 to 50 million years, I would love to meet the right person who can really help bring this Cannon Mine area to life, if it's at all possible to share the details underground here. And the smells are outstanding this morning. Over that snowy ridge is Ellensburg, and between here and Liberty and Ellensburg are some significant geological questions that maybe we can chip away at here. We have a young man who's very excited to be up here, yelling at the top of his lungs for the last 10 minutes or so. I think it's mostly excitement, maybe a little bit of panic. But his mom is here, so all is well. So thank you for joining us. If you're unaware of the Wenatchee area and the public land that's nearby with all sorts of trail options, this is for you. Oh, here's some Geology 351ers. So we'll visit with them. Hello. You about to head down? I took.
That was so, I could hear the wind.
It was like right next to my face. Dude, I was like, what was that?
Oh, Ryan, it's okay now. It's okay, little baby. How did you guys get up here? You came this way.
Yeah. You took the easy way. I should have done that.
We went up that way. Bryce went up and went around.
Show me what you recognize over here.
Oh, I do. I recognize my way home.
Kyle, obsessed with his home. Very nice.
Well, not quite home.
I got you.
You can see the Red Mire across the river.
That's a landmark for Kyle, the Fred Meyer across the river. Let me get over here and get out of the wind a little bit and we can have a little talk. Hey, you guys. Oh, yeah. You went straight up, huh, Bryce?
Yeah, my legs aren't really appreciating it right now.
I think your legs are super attractive, Bryce, personally.
Oh, thanks, Nick.
All right.
Thanks.
All right, I'm
That
trying to...
warms my heart.
Valley, right up the Columbia River Valley, and can you picture, please, 1,000 feet of water? I'm not exaggerating. A column of water 1,000 feet deep coming right down this river. And we have all sorts of evidence for that. It's not just a story. For instance, everything on the other side of the river, the east side of the river is East Wenatchee. The entire town of East Wenatchee is built on an incredible pile of boulders 600 feet deep that were dropped out of the Missoula floods that are coming down this incredible valley. 1,000 feet of water. 40 miles an hour minimum. Crazy, man. Did anybody look at the rock here? Y'all got your hammers now.
I forgot my hammer.
Aha!
I was like 5 minutes from here and then I realized, oh, I didn't bring my hammer.
Luke, you got your hammer? Juicy said. Let's
I
break.
did find some,
Attaboy, Luke. Oh, with the holster and everything. Oh, Mark from Tucson is going to be thrilled. Have you used it yet?
I just did on this trip, so.
Oh, what is it? Oh my God, was that sticker on there? The other side?
Yeah.
That was on each of them? Oh, Mark. That's so nice. I didn't know you did that. Here's to you. Well, we'll give you some space, Luke. Can you go off and break off a decent piece for us to look at? Watch your eyes here. Crickets. Well, let's take a look. I'll take one. You can take one. You got your hand lens too, don't you?
Yeah.
Nice. Well, I don't know if we have a super great fresh piece here. Maybe you do, but
No. I might need to break some more up.
yeah, it's pretty. You know what? It's not you really. Now that I remember, this stuff's pretty cooked. Meaning it's pretty altered. It's pretty tough to get a good fresh sample without some alteration. But this stuff's this is a plug of rhyolite. This is a plug of high silica rhyolite. Both of these grizzly bears up here, of 2 bears. 44 million years old. Same thing for Wenatchee Dome. I forget what Randy had a name for. Oh, what do you call it? Bald head or something? Big head? Yeah, thank you. So Randy's big head, otherwise known as Wenatchee Dome, also 44 million year old rhyolite. Why? Why do we have all this rhyolite so far east of the crest of the Cascades? This can't really be the Cascades, can it? Nobody's calling this the Cascades. So there's some work to do. Nobody's got the answer yet. But it's a hell of a lot of rhyolite. Not just these 2 knobs, but there's dozens of these things.
Is it same kind of thing as Smith Rock? Because that's rhyolite east of the Cascades.
It is rhyolite, exactly like Smith Rock, but Smith Rock is part of a caldera and a supervolcano story. Now, is there a supervolcano story here? I don't know. Nobody's found a big caldera. Nobody's found a Smith Rock, exactly a Yellowstone kind of scene, but my God, this is high silica, perhaps explosive stuff. So you've climbed at Smith?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think anybody's climbing this stuff. It's you're a rock climber. I'm not.
Yeah, no, there's some bolts over there.
Oh, there are.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't have ropes though, so.
I mean, they kind of get around on this side.
Yeah.
Go for it, man.
Bryce. Oh, sweet, pale Bryce. So I don't know if you guys are aware, but Ellensburg's right over that ridge. I mean, that's Mission Ridge.
So how many ridges do I need to count over before we get into the Malaga slide?
The Malaga slide is this side of that ridge. So,
Right. The farthest ridge, yes, correct. But
it's between the farthest and the next farthest. And it all slid east.
and we're seeing
Basically, so that. So follow the Columbia down till it disappears. Jagged ridge on the right. That's Jump Off Joe. And everything broke there as well. So in the low country, so basically Malaga is maybe the biggest landslide in Washington. The headscarp of the landslide is at Mission Ridge. It goes behind what we can see in front of us. And then almost certainly blocked the Columbia River.
but
yes.
material on the left side of the river.
Correct.
That high slope.
Yeah.
I forget the name of it, but that is a flood bar or material dump from one of the large floods.
Yes, down basically this is the Pangbourne Bar Ice Age flood, and we still don't have a date on the Malaga landslide, but it's within reason to think that one of the biggest Ice Age floods that comes down undercuts and triggers the Malaga landslide. But it's tough to nail that down. Higher than 17. It's 1800.
Yeah, that's what it says right now.
Okay, I believe it. So we're barely above water. Can you believe that? We're barely above water here.
That's nuts.
That is nuts. And all that water's got to get down through there so it gets choked up. Remember we said back at Kashmir we had that backup of quiet water? Because there's basically we're just choking the main 1,000 feet of water through this area, so we back it up and we send it up to Leavenworth. I mean, I know we're here thinking about these Eocene magmas, but I can't hold thinking about this flood thing, man.
It's a very big story.
Oh yeah, I don't know if they were mining. They might have been mining here. Again, this rhyolite is not a good pink Yellowstone Smith rock looking. You remember kind of pretty good looking pink rock, right, at Smith? So this stuff has been cooked by hydrothermal solutions, and we're going to get, Liberty Gold. We're going to be going to Rob's Liberty Gold mine in 2 weeks, 2 weeks from today, right over the other side of this thing. It's not that far, man. And he's got all sorts of hydrothermal fluids to deposit those precious metals. And so there's got to be a connection between the gold here and the gold over there. Remember, that's kind of the main thrust of the whole class. Doesn't seem like it right now. We're up in frickin' Alaska, for goodness sake. What a brain twister that was yesterday. I'm glad we're not in the classroom today. There's a ways to go with just mapping, let alone analyzing the chemistry of these things. And they're ugly. Look at that. That's ugly. That's rhyolite. It's freaking ugly. Get out of my face.
It's good. Rocks have feelings too.
Ugly.